All right, students, this is Mr. Leifer. This is from Solving Right Triangles, problem number 5. And my goal here is to find all the missing parts. So I need to find angle B, I need to find side little a and side little c. I'm going to start off with the easiest part. And since I know that this is 38 degrees and I'm looking for angle B, and we know the fact that this is 90, okay, that means that angle A here, okay, and angle B here have to add up to 90, because all three together have to add up to 180. So if I take 90 minus 38, okay, you should get 52 degrees. We'll double check in the calculator. 90 minus 38, 52. Okay, so angle B is 52 degrees. Now, before I move on to the side lengths, you need to hit the mode button. Scroll down and make sure you're in degree mode, since all of my angle measures are in degree. And all the trig is going to be off if I'm not in degree mode. So we'll get out of this. And I'm going to go ahead and start off by finding little a here. And I will identify that little a from my reference angle. I'm going to start with the angle they gave me is opposite. And the only other side I know is adjacent. Okay? So from the acronym SOHCAHTOA, S-O-H, okay, C-A-H, and T-O-A, which is the acronym we use for sine, cosine, and tangent, you'll notice the only one of the three that deals with opposite and adjacent is right here, the TOA. And that tells me that I'm going to use tangent. So to write out a problem here, I would say the tangent of 38 degrees equals opposite over adjacent, A over 46. All right, I do have to do a little bit of algebra here. My goal is to get A by itself. The opposite of dividing by 46 is multiplying by 46. I'm going to do the same over here. And these will cancel out. So on the calculator, I type it in exactly the way it looks, 46. I can put times if I want to. I don't need to. Tangent of 38 degrees. I like to close out my parentheses. Enter. Okay? All right, so I've got angle B. I've got little a. I'm going to go on to C. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm not concerned about little a anymore. I'm looking for C. C is the hypotenuse. Okay? Let me get that back. All right, this time I have the adjacent, and I'm going to go with that same reference angle of 38, and I'm looking for the hypotenuse. And if I look up here, I notice that in SOHCAHTOA, adjacent, hypotenuse. And that tells me I'm going to use the CA part of SOHCAHTOA. Okay, and the C stands for cosine. So if I were to write it out here, I'll make a little equation. I'm going to get rid of this since we already have it. So now we're looking for little c. I would say the cosine of 38 degrees equals adjacent over hypotenuse, 46 over little c. Okay, a little bit different problem. You'll notice the last time I did the trig, my unknown was on the top here. Let's try that again, highlight, okay? This time, my unknown is on the bottom. So I have to perform some different algebra skills, but still not too hard. I'm going to go ahead and get c out of the denominator. The opposite of dividing by c is multiplying by c. This would go away. If I wrote it out, I would now have c times the cosine of 38 degrees equals 46. My goal is to get c alone. And remember, cosine of 38 degrees is just a number programmed into my calculator. So I will divide by that cosine of 38. This goes away. And the way I'm going to type it in, little c equals 46 divided by cosine of 38 degrees. And I'll type in the calculator just like that. 46 divided by cosine 38, and I like to close out my parentheses. Enter. And there's my answer for little c. Okay, I'm going to drag this off. I'm going to go ahead and close this calculator. I am going to move this over here because one thing where people make a lot of mistakes here is rounding error. So when I go to round, I notice over here that it says in the instructions, rounded to the nearest hundredth. Okay? That means I need 2 decimal places. So if I'm looking at this problem, 2 decimal places would be right here. So that means little a should be approximately equal to 35.94. And little c should be approximately equal to 58.37. So make sure you're rounding appropriately. I'm going to switch off from a screen where I actually type the problems in. And you'll notice over here to the left, I did type in the correct ones, 35.94. It's kind of shadowed out, okay, in this region right here, 58.37 and 52. And I did get a correct answer right here. And there's the work. Hopefully that helped.